fellow babies. Welcome to the 42 show, the very show that Walter Cronkite called the pinnacle of modern news journalism, right here on YouTube.
I hear Henry Kissinger's a big fan too. He watches every night. Do you know what his favourite bit is?
It might
the Wheel of Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he had one of his own. Doom, 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 doom.
Dunks out.
It's me. Oh, my Lord. I thought it was always fixed. So we can start the story off tonight with Anne Mayers, 74, had fallen victim to an online scammer, leaving her in financial distress. She owed her sister $5,000 and a friend $65,000. After borrowing money from them, frustrated and in need of cash, Mayers decided to do whatever anyone would do in that sort of situation: rob a bank at gunpoint. The woman from Ohio has been charged with aggravated robbery after walking away with $500 from the heist. That will really pay those debts off. Sergeant Brandon
bucks.
No, it's nothing. Like on a pack of fags. She got a free pen. Sergeant Brandon McCroskey of the Fairfield town. While Mayers been seen as a victim due to her online scam experience, she chose to victimize others by committing the robbery. He also noted that Mayers had mentioned her plan to rob a bank to family members. Did not take her seriously. Why would you? Why would you? Mayers has been has replaced her. Well, she replaced her license plate on her car and removed bumper stickers to avoid easy identification. She also dumped her clothes, after the robbery. But yeah, she was taken into custody straight away. But with no prior criminal record, she's currently in custody and faces up to 15 years in prison if convicted.
Imagine the defense. Well, I'm sorry, Your Honor, but somebody ripped me off, so I really had no choice but to get myself a firearm and get some cash.
She could have applied for a loan first. At gunpoint.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Good interest rates that way, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Oh, dear.
That's a case study onto itself right there of what not to do in a bad situation. Holy.
You set up on my OnlyFans site. That's what you do.
I'm not sure that would have worked in this case. So it did happen after we were off air and stuff. The Senate last night approved a bill that orders TikTok owner ByteDance to sell the company within 270 days or lose access to the U.S. market. So Biden signed it in. Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary-Controlled Applications Act was approved as part of the larger bill that gave aid to Ukraine, finally, Israel and Taiwan as well. So here, let me just scroll a bit because there was one other thing here. So they've got 270 days to sell, but Biden can extend it by 90 days if there is a buyer swooping in the wings, right? Now, one of the things I wanted to point out in this article, it goes on to be a little bit legal-like, but if you go to the comments, it's quite funny. So a lot of people are saying, so it's okay if an American company strips us of all of our privacy in the name of the almighty dollar, whereas it's just bad if China does it. And there's another one here. I feel safer already. I mean, they banned it by making the multitude of marking the multitude of privacy violations it engages in illegal to do by any company, foreign or domestic. Right. You know, and another one here. What is not okay for a foreign company to do is perfectly acceptable for a domestic company to do. Like, it's unbelievable. How could they not have it? This was a missed opportunity. And I guarantee that the lobby has a massive amount to do with it because this industry is worth so much money on the back end of it. But it's crazy. Now, TikTok, they say that here's a report that just came out. JP Mori So here's how it goes. Just quick to follow it up. TikTok accounts for only a small share of ByteDance's total revenues and daily active users. So the parent would rather have the app shut down in the US in a worst case scenario than sell to a potential American buyer. A shutdown would have limited impact on ByteDance's business, while the company would not have to give up its core algorithm, said the sources, who declined to be named. But this is far more valuable to the Chinese-owned company than simply the American TikTok operation. And it looks like they've already decided in the background that if you're really going to do this to us, we're just going to leave. And that will become a really, really sticky issue in elections, because the powers that be that made this happen are going to be not so liked by the younger set that are really digging TikTok. And if that part of the younger set has the power to vote, what if they're making short-sighted decisions? So this could really have effects.
Yeah, I mean, if they take away, TikTok's ability to function in the US, how are they going to target all those Temu, purchases? Like that.
Good point, though. Yeah. So we'll see how it comes around, right? I'm interested to see, and we'll be watching for sure. But my guess, if I had to put money on it, is they will not sell the American division and they'll shut it down because it's a loss product. Like, they're not making money on it. But ByteDance themselves, owner of TikTok, make money. So I don't see it happening. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, strange.
Yeah. So what's the deal with this pick? What am I looking at?
Well, it's a breathalyzer. Because this boozy bugger, a Belgian 40-year-old man, has been cleared of drink driving charges after doctors diagnosed him with a rare medical condition. You should be taking notes of this, Dick. You'll want to know. Known as brewery syndrome. This condition causes the body to produce intoxicating levels of ethanol in the gut.
How do I catch this?
Leading to symptoms.
Free booze? Are you kidding me?
It's leading to symptoms identical to being drunk. The man, who ironically also works at a brewery, was first convicted of drink driving in 2019. So you're drunk. Where did you come from work? Yes. Where do you work, sir? I work at a brewery. Well, no wonder you're drunk. You lock him up. But he was unaware of his condition at the time, and he continued to experience confusion when pulled over by police in April and in May of 2022, as he had not consumed alcohol but was found to be over the legal limit. After being examined by two doctors, both confirmed the man's diagnosis of brewery syndrome, and a third doctor appointed by police court in Bruges also reached the same conclusion. ABS is a rare condition, also known as drunkenness disease. I think I've got that too, where ethanol is produced in the gastrointestinal tract through the fermentation of ingested carbohydrates. There you go, that's the recipe. This leads to increased blood alcohol concentrations and symptoms such as slurred speech, stumbling, dizziness, and belching. Also makes you a prime candidate for being a host on this show. Yeah. In a study, the man was fed sugary food for 24 hours without consuming alcohol, and his body massively converted the carbohydrates into alcohol.
Wow. But can you imagine? You get pulled over. Excuse me, sir, but, drink driving, okay, does the test, you blew over. No, but I haven't been drinking. My body just creates alcohol. I see. It says here you work at a brewery, though, sir. You're coming with me. There's no way.
It's mad. I mean, it doesn't actually. The article didn't actually go into whether or not the guy lost his driving license or anything like that. Well, they just like, yeah, fine, go ahead, carry on. You just get this free get out of jail card. Yeah, get a jail free card. It's like okay.
But I'm surprised he's allowed to have a license if his body creates alcohol, and some of the side effects are like slurred speech and stuff.
I'm not drunk, officer. It is a medical condition.
Yeah. Bus driver. No, sir. You can't get on this bus. You're hammered, I'm going
to have to give up my job. I have to be an airline pilot.
Yeah. Funny. Or
President of the United States.
You could get one of these and let it drive you around.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
but so we were hinting that the earnings report from Tesla was not going to be good. The stock market was getting prepared for it. Well, yeah, we were right. We were really right. So deliveries dropped by 8.5%. It built tens of thousand cars as it couldn't sell. It was an even worse picture than what Wall Street was expecting. And this is just over like a 3-month period. So for all of Tesla CEO's Elon Musk's statements about artificial intelligence being the future of the company, an auto company, okay, the vast majority of its income is still derived from automotive sales. Total revenues were down 9% year over year, with gross profits down 18%. But the net profit, once generally accepted accounting measures were applied, fell 55%. Tesla's net cash dropped 90%, and its free cash flow has been wiped out, dropping 674% year over year. Meanwhile, its supply of inventory cars it has built and hasn't sold has grown from 12 to 28 days, accounting for a third of the cars it built during the 3-month period alone. So it's a real knock-on effect. It's very much, shall we say, industry-wide as well, because there's a second one I can pull up here. Yeah. Ford's electric vehicle unit reported that losses soared in the first quarter, so again, 3 months, to $1.3 billion, or a loss of $132,000 for each of the 10,000 vehicles it sold in the first 3 months. That's per vehicle. That's what they're losing. Now,
what was that number again?
132,000
per vehicle.
Yeah. So, yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, they've announced big plans to transition from traditional to EVs in the coming years. But so what the EV unit, Ford has a couple of units within the group. The EV unit sold 10,000 vehicles in the quarter, down 20% from the year earlier. Revenue plunged 84% and 1.3 billion loss in 3 months. Right. So, but when you look at all of the groups in total, there's another unit called the Pro unit, and they handle fleet sales to businesses and governments and whatnot. And they have some electrics too, but it's the gas units that really provided the profit. The electric is a drain there again. And then there's Ford Blue, which is gasoline powered cars to consumers. And revenue, the sales have fallen some right now, and revenue's down, but it's down to 21 billion. That's revenue, right? So what if you look into this and read between the lines, what you've really got going on here right now is the companies like Ford and all these other companies have been riding along on a low R&D budget because these cars have just essentially been the same with slightly better traction control. They update the engine a little bit, still like, struts and coilovers. I mean, nothing much new has come along, and it's just been keeping up with safety standards and styling them up pretty for the next generation, right? But EVs come along and you've got massive R&D, and it shows you if they had to actually spend to bring us something new, it would be a completely different story than billions in profits. Yeah. So, this is going to keep going too, because there's less subsidies and the whole bit. We'll see how it plays out. If the consumer is really willing to spend a lot more for an electric vehicle or not, we'll know in 2 years. Be interesting.
Well, yeah. If you can, in 2 years, if it's actually still worth anything once you've bought the car, there's so many things going on with the EV market.
There's some that are really great cars, and some are holding their value, but a lot aren't. So it'd be interesting to see how it plays out. I know one thing I'm dying to get my hands on, though. Never mind an EV right now. It's this bad boy you got coming up. Holy.
Yes, it's the flaming robot doggy woggy. The Ohio-based company Flame has introduced its latest innovation, the Terminator. a 37-pound quadruped robot equipped with a flamethrower. Obviously, that's what else would you put on a robot?
Yeah.
Priced a meager $9,420. We can get one of these. The robot is legal for sale in the US states except Maryland. Oh,
Wow.
poopers. A demonstration video released by the company showcases the Terminator navigating through a forest and emitting a 30-foot jet of fire from the flamethrower attached to its back.
There's so many questions. I live in an area that gets some forest fires, and I can tell you right now that if you were to show like any of my neighbors, look, I have this thing that crawls around the forest shooting fire, everyone would just shoot you dead on the spot.
Well, you'll like this next bit from this article because Throwflame positions the Terminator as a versatile tool with applications in ice removal, agricultural management, entertainment. Obviously, it will be entertaining.
Agricultural management. What? It's like for herding sheep.
And even wildfire control. Yes, you heard it. You're going to fight fire with fire. You heard it first.
Well, no, there is a thing to that because they do prescribe burns around here every year to try to get rid of fuely spots and protect their residential areas and things and whatnot. So sending one of those joke. In, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the funny thing is the way this article was written. It said applications as wildfire control, agricultural management, entertainment, and even ice removal. And I thought, no, that's the wrong way round. That's not the wrong way round. You know, and even wildfire control goes at the end, you silly sons.
Yeah. Can you imagine a guy with one of those going around the neighborhood in like a cold, chilly, snowy morning? Would you like your windows defrosted, ma'am?
How would you like your burgers?
Melt the car. Yeah.
Anyway, Throwflame, based in Cleveland, claims to be the oldest flamethrower manufacturer in the US, which I very much doubt because I'm sure they made.
How many could there be?
Yeah, well, I'm sure they made flamethrowers during the Second World War. I mean, that's yeah, but having released the commercially available full-size flamethrower in 2015, capable of shooting flames up to 50 feet. Now, just like stuck on a robot. Despite concerns about the safety and regulation of flamethrowers, the company highlights that they remain federally unregulated, allowing anyone to purchase one without background checks or waiting periods.
Oh, because that's a good idea.
While the Terminator is legal in most states, Maryland stands as an exception, banning flamethrowers entirely. California also has a permit for ownership. And Maryland, a possession or use of a flamethrower can lead to a $250,000 fine and up to 25 years in prison. Now, I think everybody's missing a boat here. We just got that billions and billions of money for support Ukraine. Send out shitloads of these bastards into the trenches.
Yeah, well, we'll do it under the guise of puppies. That can be trained to be army soldier dogs and then just wipe out platoons of orcs.
Oh, it's like 10 grand, each. That's a bargain. That's a bargain for, fighting on the battlefield. Costs nothing.
A lot of roasted orc. Speaking of, here, let's go to a story on Ukraine right now then. Sorry, one sec. Sorry about that. But Kyiv steps it up with long-range U.S. missiles for the first time. So, yeah, Ukraine began using longer-range ballistic missiles against Russia that were secretly provided by the U.S. American officials have confirmed. The weapons were sent as part of a previous U.S. support package and arrived this month. Officials said they were not announced publicly to maintain Ukraine's operational security. They have already been used at least once to strike Russian targets in occupied Crimea. Further U.S. aid is now heading over right now. More American weaponry is expected to be sent imminently after Biden, signed the whole thing. So, yeah. But, if I'm right here, they are ATACMS.
That's right. They are ATACMS.
Yeah. So I call that very good news, and strike as many freaking, important targets as you can get your hands on. because the only people that should be at important targets are orcs, right? Like soldiers. So just waste them.
Well, I think I've heard that the Russian Federation have closed down the Kerch Bridge, just in case. I'm kind of worried that that's going to get hit.
Wow,
and it could well be a target. Though. I mean, Ukraine's got plenty to choose from.
Oh yeah. And they're very crafty with what and how and who and stuff. This will be talked about coming up on our Saturday show. Ukraine update will be. Big shout out here as well to the NAFO 69 truck campaign we got going with the Portuguese battalion as well. The link is the pinned comment in the chat. It just stops every now and then, and I can't get through it. But, give us a hand. Let's see if we can't get this truck purchased as fast as possible, because the heroes waiting on the other end, I'm sure, could really use it.
He said give us a hand.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my fault. So, you'd be surprised. Imagine seeing this when you're looking for a spot. This is unbelievable.
Yes, this is a lovely little place. A unique studio flat has captured the attention after hitting the market for £750 a month. And it's located within a converted police station in Dudley. The flat includes its own original prison cell, including a distinctive twist. Adding a distinctive twist to the living space. The former police station, which closed its doors in 2017, has since been transformed into a block of flats. The designer behind the conversion decided to preserve at least one of the holding cells, creating a one-of-a-kind feature within the studio flat. What an idiot. Taylor's what?
It's just what does it say at the bottom of the ad? Would suit somebody who has large angry dog,
Yeah, not going to kink shame any baby. You might like this place. Taylor's estate and lettings agents listing the property described it as a fantastic and unusual opportunity. Apart from the prison cell, the studio offers a spacious living area that includes a modern open-plan kitchen, 3-piece white shower room suite, and the property also boasts an intercom system with secure entry and is offered on an unfurnished basis.
Just in case you've kidnapped somebody, you want to make sure you know who's at your door.
Yeah, I know. Oh, God, the things you could do with that. But the letting agency confirmed that the unique flat is still available for prospective tenants. Oh, I bet it's not anymore. Now this news is out. I'm having it.
Yeah, it's got leather walls now.
I heard Andrew Tate was one of the first ones to go and buy it.
Blow that place up now.
Charlie Tank, head of lettings at Taylor, stated, "Our future tenant could have a lot of fun with it." Yes, you should put that on the poster. Come to my little boudoir.
Oh, that's funny.
See, the thing is, what you do is you just dress it up as like a bit of plasterboard over it, so you can't tell it's a cell. You just go, "Oh, would you like to just pop into the spare room for a moment?" Gotcha.
Yeah, don't worry, it's just painted on. It looks cool though, right?
You're my wife now.
Yeah. That's funny, man. That's funny. I'm not sure this one is though. That keeps happening at the wrong moment. Sorry about that. But where is it here? I don't seem to have it open on the other side where I need it. Oh, I missed one. Sorry. Hold on.
He's lost it.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. So, high income countries, Nestle branded baby foods have no added sugars in them, in line with recommendations from major health organizations around the world and consumer pressure as well. But in low and middle income countries, Nestle adds sugar to those same baby products, sometimes at high levels, which could lead to children preferring sugary diets, unhealthy eating habits, according to an investigation released recently jointly by nonprofit groups. The investigation conducted by Public Eye and the International Baby Food Action Network says the addition of added sugars to baby foods in poorer countries, against expert recommendations, creates an unjustifiable double standard. The group quotes Rodrigo Viana, an epidemiologist and professor at the Department of Nutrition of the Federal University in Paraíba in Brazil, who calls added sugars in baby foods unnecessary and highly addictive. He goes
delicious.
on. Yeah. But, children get used to the sweet taste and start looking for more sugary foods, starting a negative cycle that increases the risk of nutrition-based disorders in adult life. Vienna told organizations from their investigation, these include obesity and other chronic and non-communicable diseases such as diabetes and high blood pressure. So I would love to hear a non-corporate BS explanation on why you're cheaping out with sugar in poorer countries when I do believe everybody has the right to the same quality of nutrition here. What the hell?
Well, what's the world coming to? Before you know it, they'll be being told you're not allowed to put cocaine in baby food as well.
Exactly. And I mean, how are you going to addict the babies if you can't get it in there early? No, but and Nestle's headed in Sweden, right? And they don't put sugar in the sweetest versions. So, the report went on to say that there's questions of ethics here.
Yeah, very, very odd.
Yeah. When I read that, looking for things and stuff and whatnot, I was very shocked by that one. I mean, come on. If you can't make the product right, get out of the way for somebody who can.
I thought it was, why even make the product different? I mean, it's like,
I think it has to do with cheaping out because of, market values and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you can make it without sugar for the Canadian and American markets or the UK market or whatever, why in hell can't you for other? Just sell them the same product. Stop being assholes. Right? Yeah. So this guy has a funny look on his face. Why is that?
It's probably because of the heavy weight he has carrying around in his heart. Because Matt Burr is known as the UK's most well-endowed man. Yeah, just scroll down. You're not going to see a picture of it. He's opened up about the challenges he faces due to his jumbo jewels, with a measurement exceeding 12 inches while erect. Barr's anatomy surpasses the global average of 5.17 inches. That's how tall I am. What are you talking about? Despite popular belief, having an oversized manhood can be more of a hindrance than a benefit, particularly in intimate situations.
I don't think that's a huge problem for him, though.
It's his first world problems. Barr expressed that many people are not prepared for the reality compared to the versions seen in adult films. Maybe yours is a different shape. maybe it's 12 inches wide. But in a particularly unfortunate incident, Barr was catfished by a woman aiming to exploit him for her OnlyFans page.
I'm sure, yeah.
Under the pretense of a regular date. He faced embarrassment during a yoga class where he was mistakenly accused of being aroused due to his anatomy, leading to him being expelled from the class. And,
he's getting a stiffy watching me bend over.
Oh, I am.
No, honey, I can flex it. Watch this.
It's still Mr. Floppy. What are you talking about? While the idea of reducing his size through surgery might seem like a solution to some, Barr revealed that it is a costly and rare procedure typically reserved for medical conditions like tumors. I've got a tumor between my legs. It's an enormous tumor.
You don't take a knife to it.
Should make a statue out of it. Despite the challenges, Barr hopes to break the stigma surrounding discussions about his condition, emphasizing that it's just another part of the human body. But New York's Jonah Falcon, who claims to possess the world's largest penis at 13.5 inches, has also voiced his frustration with people. Yeah, he's just standing next to a horse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Does he eat from a feed bag as well? What the hell?
But he says, I'm sick and tired of having people wanting me to measure it in front of them. I've done it 10,000 times. Enough already. What? You've done it 10,000 times and you haven't been arrested?
Every time I try to get chips, it's like, what the hell?
It's like one of those, like, famous film stars saying, oh, can I have your autograph? And they go, oh, all right. I'll do
Yeah.
Show us your cock. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't get someone to, you got like a 2-inch cock and saying, oh, come on, let's see it. Let's see it.
I think I have consumer advice on this one. If you have issues in life with being very well endowed, do the rest of us a favor and just keep it to yourself. Jesus Christ.
Or share it around. You've got plenty of it.
God damn it. That's reaching for attention for sure. So, yeah. Have you noticed, if you're a Windows 11 user, that they're always trying new ways to trick you into like having an online account instead of a local account and badgering you about other things? Or if you were a Windows 10 user, you always get badgered to go to 11. Well, look what's coming now. That's right. See that? It says suggested. Do you stream 4K video? Try Microsoft Edge. And what's coming now is advertisements in the Microsoft Windows Start menu. The recommended section of the Start menu will show some Microsoft Store apps. These apps come from a small set of curated developers. If you need that translated, it means other companies willing to pay us. Okay. The app suggestions are enabled by default, but you can go back to the old experience if you want to. You go to Start. You go to Settings, Personalization, Start, and show recommendations for tips, app promotions, and more to off. So it's Settings, Personalization, Start, and then switch that long load of crap off, right? Here comes the thing, though. Not only does this suck, but I do believe that the button to turn this off will vanish in like another year, right? Because Microsoft wants this. This is a revenue stream, right?
I'll bet you it will reset with every update you do as well.
Oh, definitely, right? So, if you look at it, Windows 11 does start for $139 American for the home version. A lot of people's PCs qualified for the update early on, but there are a bunch of people that have had to pay for it. And you have to sit there and you have to spend all this time stripping out bloatware. Like it's got all these stupid games that pop up in the Start menu when you first install it and whatnot. And now you got them bugging you to put more of that crap back in your way. I mean, seriously, if you buy it for $139, don't you fucking own it? Holy shit, man. Okay. Woo.
Yeah, you own it. You own it, and you own the right to be advertised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting close. Do you want to do second to last or last?
Second to last.
Okay.
Yeah, so, back to cock again. A DoorDash driver has recently taken to Reddit to express her frustration over an encounter with a nudist customer. The female driver claimed that she felt penalized by DoorDash after refusing to deliver food to a male nudist. The driver received an offer to deliver food to over a distance of 8 miles for $10.50, which she accepted due to its proximity to her home. I hope she wasn't going back to her place. However, upon arriving at the restaurant, she received a message from the customer stating that he would be answering the door in the nude.
What the? Oh,
uncomfortable.
Hold on,
situation.
Sorry, but no, you don't do that.
No, you don't do that. Uncomfortable with the situation, the driver attempted to cancel the order through DoorDash's support line. She was informed that cancelling the order would negatively impact her completion rate and result in no payment. Expressing her dismay on Reddit, the driver questioned the company's policy, asking whether her concerns were not valid enough to warrant cancelling the order without affecting her completion rate. She stated that if you're a nudist, good for you. I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum. But if you're going to order a delivery, at least have the courtesy to put a fucking robe on and select leave at my door. I don't want to see your entire cock and balls when I hand you your hamburger.
As far as I understand the law in almost every so-called first world country, standing at your front door naked is like public indecency and whatnot, and you get charged. So why is she going to get penalized because she doesn't want to be in a situation where somebody's flashing her? I mean, seriously, what the hell? And
well,
you know what sucks?
She literally is being penalized.
Right. Oh, big time. And but the thing that sucks too is she calls and gets a call center and says, hey, you know, I'm one of the drivers and this situation really sucks. And the person that answers and responds is so clueless that they didn't even go, wow, that is unique and different to what our policy actually means. We got to get you around that. They should have known right away.
They probably went, oh, that's Jerry. He's one of our regulars. Don't worry about him.
Yeah. What a scary thought, man. Holy. Yeah.
Not good.
Oh, I know what you're saying. You know, it scares the hell out of me. So what do we got here? 30 seconds.
Wow.
Shout outs. Yeah, shout out. So we've got NAFO fundraiser here. We teamed up with the Portugal Battalion of the NAFO 69 Sniffing Brigade to get a truck for a group. Coming up this Saturday, we're going to play a couple of videos from the group that are getting the truck and so on. Information's been collected that I could show. Actually had it last week, but it was so busy chatting, I just couldn't get it in. So, yeah, you're going to love that one. And it's coming up on Saturday with a bunch of other crap, too. It's going to be awesome.
Yes, and we'll be back tomorrow with the Friday edition of the 42 show and a little bit of an after show.
Yes, exactly. So be there, be square, fellow babies. Thanks for joining us. See y'all soon.
Both. We don't care. See you soon.
Thanks for the credits. A big shout out to our team who help us get everything done in the background, moderating, research, planning, and development, all kinds of stuff. Sia Beauty runs the teams. We got BME in the chat, Shayna Caldwell, PJ CNET, Janine Terblanche, and the crowd. And we had Oya and Yana from our new Sunday show in the chat as well. So welcome, everybody. And the Sunday show is Ukraine Beyond the Headlines. It's Yana, Annette, and Olga hosting a cool new show all about stuff in Ukraine. Check it out.
And thanks to everybody who sent in super chats, donations, and becoming members and things like that, because that little bit of financial help really helps a little rock to go a long way around here. And don't forget to like the video on the way out. I'm going to do that right now. And don't forget to share us out. Share us out on all the media platforms. Tell your friends, tell your mother, tell everybody about the shows. In fact, why don't you go into a bank and rob the bank and say, oh yeah, I'm robbing the bank because I need to send the shows a massive super chat next week. And yeah, we'll just do that and just get us out on the news somehow. We'll report you. And yeah, we'll see you next time, everybody.
Remember, everybody, poop is only funny in the cartoons. Take it easy.
Stay chilly.